It was meant to be a routine promotional appearance for the accountant too, but Ben Affleck's guest spot on the Graham Norton Show quickly turned into an unexpected and devastating takedown of Meghan Markle's latest vanity project. When asked about celebrity branding in Hollywood, Affleck didn't hold back. With a smirk, he quipped, "Well, if you want to learn how not to build a brand, just Google as ever." Laughter erupted from the studio audience. "Worst brand ever," he continued. "Cringe-worthy. It's like watching someone try to reinvent the wheel and end up with a triangle." The punchline? Meghan Markle, once again, was the punchline, and this time, she was being dismantled by one of Hollywood's most seasoned insiders on one of the UK's biggest talk shows. Affleck wasn't just poking fun for laughs. He was stating a truth that even the most diplomatic figures in entertainment are now struggling to avoid. Meghan Markle's self-created brand, American Riviera Orchard, unveiled with the saccharine tagline as ever, is as muddled, directionless, and narcissistic as her now infamous TIME100 summit speech. That brand rollout, teased through a curated Instagram relaunch and a contrived basket of jam sent to a handful of influencers, was met with universal confusion. No one could tell what the brand actually was, what it stood for, or why it existed beyond giving Meghan something to slap her name on. The problem, as Affleck seemed to expertly skewer, is that Meghan continues to mistake aesthetic and performance for authenticity and substance. The as-ever branding, meant to evoke class, nostalgia, and elegance, instead came off as another vacuous PR stunt devoid of depth. Critics rightly pointed out that no mission statement was ever released, no business plan made public, and no product line confirmed, other than a jar of jam with Meghan's signature. It was less Martha Stewart, more Pinterest board fever dream. And then there was the TIME100 summit, where Meghan delivered a painfully self-referential, meandering speech that once again revolved around herself. Wearing an awkward beige ensemble that drew more attention than her words, Markle rattled off vague soundbites about empowering women and building brands around motherhood, only to be met with stunned silence from the crowd. Even TIME100 host Jessica Ridley seemed to question the Duchess's sincerity and credentials. "What impact have your efforts had?" Ridley asked delicately, to which Meghan responded with more platitudes and no clear answers. Affleck's sarcastic reference to that moment on Graham Norton. Who was clapping? Was that the sound of one hand clapping? Summed up. Let's be clear. This isn't about bullying or sexism. It's about accountability. Meghan Markle has, for years, enjoyed a media halo that allowed her to escape real scrutiny. But those days are gone. When your brand is built on buzzwords instead of results, on aesthetics instead of action, the public and apparently fellow celebrities will eventually call your bluff. Affleck, a veteran of both Hollywood highs and humiliations, recognizes performative nonsense when he sees it. And he's far from alone. Sources close to industry circles have confirmed that Meghan's reputation behind the scenes is one of inconsistency, overcontrol, and creative shallowness. Netflix insiders still haven't forgotten the debacle of Pearl, the animated series that was canceled before airing. Spotify executives reportedly cut ties after just one season of her Archetypes podcast, citing low deliverables and lack of direction. And now even her latest rebranding attempt, meant to be a revival of her pre-royal lifestyle influencer days, is being laughed off as yet another self-absorbed misfire. Ben Affleck didn't need to rant or rave. With just a few pointed jokes, he communicated what much of the industry now understands. Meghan Markle's brand, whether on Netflix, Spotify, or in a jar of jam, is one big marketing gimmick without meaning. And if even Hollywood's elite are rolling their eyes, you know the jig is up. The real tragedy isn't the failure itself, it's the opportunity squandered. Meghan had the world's attention and millions in funding. What she delivered instead was a parade of platitudes, pretense, and poorly disguised self-promotion. And thanks to Ben Affleck, the mask may have finally slipped, not just in private boardrooms but on primetime television.